During the election campaign that he had a plan. And he took great delight in saying that a slogan is not a plan.
No budget, no plan, no accountability. Hey, thanks to the over 1,000 plus of you who've subscribed to Unfiltered. We just crossed that line and this channel isn't slowing down. So if you're new here, make sure you hit that bell because you won't hear any of this on CBC, and clearly they don't want you hearing it at all. Okay, let's talk about the fact that the federal government just announced there will be no budget this fiscal year. Let that sink in. In the middle of a cost of living crisis, when mortgage defaults are rising, food bank lineups are stretching around the block in Ottawa, and this government has the audacity to say, we'll get around to that, maybe in the fall.
He will, make no mistake about it, be very, very focused on the economy, on jobs, obviously on trade, and on the fiscal situation of the government of Canada.
Wait, Prime Minister Carney is focused on the economy? The fiscal situation? How? With what? Where's the plan? Because from here, it looks like all he's focused on is delivering slick answers and kicking accountability further down the road.
And I think it's entirely reasonable that Mr. Carney and Mr. Champagne take the time that is required to formulate what will ultimately end up in a fall economic statement, I believe, which will be a significant update with respect to the government of Canada and its budgetary intentions.
This isn't leadership, it's cowardice. It's a government running on a PR strategy and not public responsibility. You don't delay a national budget when families can't delay paying their bills. And let's not forget the last time they gave us a so-called economic update in December of 2024. It was a complete disaster. A $60 billion disaster with no plan to pay it down, no serious forecast, just more empty promises and economic word salad from the government at that time. But let's look at where your money is going, because if there's no plan, maybe it's time to start talking about places we can start saving as taxpayers. And let's start with Canada Post. Look, this Crown Corporation hasn't been profitable in years. Letter mail volume is down 60% since 2006. They're bleeding money, and in 2023, they lost $748 million. Not enough? The Canadian government gave them a shiny new $1 billion loan in January of 2025, and now they're talking about striking?
What do you make of the strategy from the union? I mean, you just highlighted, the way things have changed because Donald Trump has become president of the United States and the tariff threat. B, the Crown Corporation itself says it's losing, millions, if not hundreds of millions of dollars a year. If the well is dry, if there's no money there, what could the union expect to extract from Canada Post?
That's the, I'll call it the $3 billion question right now, because through audited financial statements, Canada Post has lost $3 billion since 2018.
So how is this sustainable? If Canada Post was a private business, they'd shut the doors a long time ago. But because they're backed by our tax dollars, they just keep bleeding money with zero accountability. And please, don't get me started on the CBC. In 2023-2024, we gave them $1.4 billion. That's $33.66 per Canadian. And for those of us out west, we're footing nearly $460 million of that. All for what? A broadcaster that often misrepresents Western views, suppresses voices, and now, according to reports, our new Prime Minister wants to increase their funding. More money? For what? To pump out more one-sided takes and silence anyone who doesn't worship at the altar of Ottawa? Let me ask you, why can't these Crown corporations compete like the rest of us? Why can't Canada Post compete with FedEx or Purelator? Why can't the CBC live and die by ratings and advertising dollars like everybody else in the media until they get bailouts? I'll tell you why. Because in Carney's Canada, the taxpayer is the never-ending bank machine, and even more so in Alberta. They won't show us a budget because they know what we'll find. They won't show us a plan because, well, we all know they don't have one. And yet they keep spending on failed systems, failed broadcasters, and fake accountability. Do you believe Canada Post and the CBC should still be funded by the taxpayer? Or is it finally time to privatize and compete? Let the comment section be the town hall, and I'll see you down there. Make sure you like, comment, and turn on that bell because this community, it's only getting louder, and Unfiltered is just getting started.